am fat. I am morbidly obese. Am I unhealthy? I don't know. Let's take a look. So I went to my doctor and I got all of my blood work done. Let's see what my blood work looks like and if I'm unhealthy. Are all fat people just inherently unhealthy? I don't know. So for reference, I am 5'3" and 260 pounds. I'm like 5'3" and a half, almost 5'4", whatever. But 5'3", 260 pounds. The largest part of my body is my hips, and that is 60 inches, and the smallest part is my waist right here, which is 38 inches. Am I going to die soon? Who knows? I am 31 years old. For reference, I have never been diagnosed with diabetes. I do not have sleep apnea. I do not snore. I do not have depression. I do not have anxiety. I used to, but not anymore. I've been working on my mental health, and I think I'm doing great. I have very minimal stress in my life. I have no children. I am not married. I work remotely. Other things about me, the only medical issues I've ever been diagnosed with is lipedema. That is why the bottom half of my body is so big. When I was skinny, the bottom half of my body was big. When I was fatter, my bottom half was always big. My bottom half is always going to be big. Even if I lose weight and got really skinny, the bottom half is always going to be bottom halving, okay? It is what it is. And I also have ADHD. What medications am I taking? I take vitamin D supplements. You take the generic version of Adderall, whatever the hell that is, but I only take it on occasion. I do not take it every day. I take it maybe 2 to 3 times per week. And I am on a hair supplement to help my hair grow. That's it. Those are the medications that I am on. Let's see, what does my blood work look like? And if you have your blood work, let's compare our blood work, and I will go through what each thing is and what it means and what the healthy amount is and what the unhealthy amount is. And I'm going to be completely honest, and I'm going to show you everything. So let's look at my health records. Are all fatties unhealthy? Maybe. Let's find out. First, let's look at things that cover my electrolytes and kidney function. My sodium is 139. That is normal. My potassium is 4.0. That is also normal. My chloride is 1.3, which is normal. My CO2 is 29, which is good and suggests that I have healthy acid-base balance. Next is anion gap, 7, which this is on the lower end, but within normal range. Not typically concerning. Next one is creatine, is 0.61. It is on the lower end, but perfectly fine, especially in women, smaller people, or those with lower muscle mass. It suggests very good kidney filtration. According to ChatGPT, it says I have excellent kidney function. Okay, calcium and protein levels. Calcium is 9.0, which is great. Total protein, 6.8, which is normal. Albumin, 4.1, which is good, suggests proper nutrition, liver, and kidney functions. Glucose. My glucose is 85. Healthy fasting glucose, no sign of insulin resistance or diabetes from this. Liver function. ALT, 18, which is normal. AST, 24, which is normal. Alkaline phosphatase.
Alkaline phosphatase.
That is 59, which is normal.
Bilirubin.
Bilirubin is 0.8, which is also normal. Noteworthy, but not concerning, is my ion gap of 7. It is on the low normal end. It could point to something such as a mild metabolic alkalosis, whatever the... I'm not a doctor. But it says mine is within range and likely insignificant on its own. So in summary, what does this mean? There are no signs of kidney dysfunction, liver problems, or glucose dysregulation. My electrolytes are balanced. Kidney and liver markers are in great shape. Now let's look at some other things. Complete blood count. Okay, so we have my white blood cells. This is 7.2, normal is 3.5 through 10.5, so my immune system looks healthy. My red blood cells is 4.78, normal is 3.8 through 5.2, so I have healthy oxygen carrying capacities. My hemoglobins are 13.6, HTC is 42.5, both are normal, good oxygen transport, no anemia. MCV, 92.8, MCH is 92.7, MCHC is 32, RDW is 12.5. So what this means is I have normal red blood cell size, no sign of vitamin B12 or iron deficiency. My PLT is 300, which means I have healthy blood clotting abilities. Are these other things? I'll list them out here. And they are all perfectly balanced, no sign of infection, inflammation, allergies, or rheumatologic concerns. Okay, this is where things get a little spicy. So my total cholesterol is 177. The desirable range is 200, so that is excellent. My triglycerides is 77. Lower is better. So you want under 150. It's excellent, very heart healthy. HDL, good cholesterol, I am at 48. Above 40 is good for women. This is decent. Higher HDL is generally better, and 50 plus would be even more protective, but 48 is solid. This is something that I am currently working on. I need to get my good cholesterol up. LDL is bad cholesterol. So this is what I was concerned with last year. I am at 112. It is slightly high. However, last year I was at 117, so it is slightly better. Ideally, you want under 100. Mine is mildly elevated. This is the borderline category, but not yet high risk, but worth watching. So this is also something I'm working on, and you can help this by just working out more. So I've been focusing on being a little bit more physically fit. Non-HDL cholesterol is 129. Goal is generally 130. So I'm right at the cutoff. This is acceptable, but an indicator that LDL control could be slightly improved. My cholesterol / HDL ratio is 3.7. Goal is under 5. So what does that mean? It means that I have excellent cardiovascular risk ratio. In summary, my total cholesterol, triglycerides, HDL, and cholesterol HDL ratio is great. However, my LDL is mildly elevated, but this is not alarming. It's in the borderline category, common in many healthy people. What does yours look like? I don't know, let's compare. But I am concerned about this, and I am going to continue to work out, and I'm going to change my diet a little bit. I want to get more of the good cholesterol, and this is why it is so important to get your blood work done every year so that you can keep up with this, and then you can see what you need to work on, right? So no one is perfect. These are things, I'm glad that I got this done, and I, see what I need to work on. Should I be concerned about my LDL? Not seriously, but it's worth optimizing, and here's why. My triglycerides are very low, which is excellent and reduces my cardiovascular risk. My HDL is fine, but pushing it a little bit higher through exercise, omega-3, or healthy fats would further offset my LDL risk. I definitely need to increase my fiber, stuff like that. So things like oats, chia seeds, healthy fats, which come from olive oil, avocado, nuts, fatty fish. I don't really have a lot of that in my diet because I don't like fish, I don't like avocado, and I don't cook with oil. So that's something I need to figure out how to get more healthy fats into my diet. I need to work out more intensely, which I do work out, but I can always work out more. I know I don't work out as much as I could. So definitely increasing my working out. Limit saturated fats, so butter, fatty red meats. If it is high, I don't cook with butter. I don't use butter in anything, and I don't eat red meats. On occasion, like if I eat out, of course there's going to be butter, and sometimes like I'll eat red meats at a restaurant or something, but that's very limited, so I don't think that's necessarily my problem. I think my personal problem is I probably could work out more, and I probably could get more of those healthy fats, and I probably could increase my fiber if I'm being honest with myself. Final conclusion, lab looks excellent overall. Healthy kidneys, liver, blood counts, glucose, and cholesterol profile. Only very mild LDL elevation, which is extremely common and manageable, and I am aware of it, so now I can take action to make it even better, right? Apparently, I'm not a doctor, but this is what they're saying. You're doing very well health-wise. Isn't that a little interesting? A little interessante. Okay, next, my hemoglobin A1C is 5%. This means my average blood sugar over the past 2 to 3 months is perfectly healthy. It is well within the normal range, below 5.7. So what is this? I'm pretty sure this is the thing that kind of shows you if you have diabetes or not. So below 5.7% is normal, 5.7 to 6.4% is pre-diabetes, and 6.5 plus is diabetes. So my 5.0 is in a comfortable normal zone. A1C of 5% equals average blood sugar of 97 mg/dl. This is ideal for metabolic health, energy, hormones, and long-term disease prevention. Why is this great? Healthy insulin sensitivity, low risk of prediabetes or diabetes, supports weight management, heart health, and hormone balance. Apparently, according to the doctors, I should feel proud because of my low triglycerides and excellent A1C plus strong kidney and liver numbers all point towards elite metabolic health. You are laying down the foundation for longevity, vitality, and glow up energy. A little bit of a bummer. This one's not as good. Vitamin B12 is 265 pg/ml. This is technically normal, but functionally bordering low, okay? So 200 is deficient. 200 to 350 is normal. is low normal slash borderline. So I am in that low normal borderline. 650 to 600 is optimal functional range. And 600 plus is high, which is typically safe unless it is extreme. So 265 is above the deficiency cutoff, but it is not ideal. Many functional medicines and even progressive primary care providers recommend it being over 400 for optimal energy, nerve health, mood, and brain function. So me having low normal B12, what can this cause? Fatigue, low energy, brain fog or poor focus, mood swings, anxiety or mild depression, tingling in hands/feet or weird nerve sensations, poor memory, hair thinning, or weak nails. So why might this be low for me? If I don't eat a lot of meat, fish, egg, or dairy, which is true, I don't eat a lot of meat, I don't eat a lot of fish, I don't eat a lot of egg, and I don't eat a lot of dairy. So this is something that I need to work on. Now that I know, I can work on it, right? If I have digestive issues, I don't think I do, not that I know of, or something genetic. So what can I do to boost this? I can eat salmon, tuna, sardines. Not gonna happen. Don't like fish. Wish I did. It's great for you. Eggs, beef, chicken, turkey, dairy, yogurt, cheese. So these are all things I don't eat that much of, but I will work on trying to eat more. If I am plant-based, it says I must take a supplement because B12 isn't found in plants. So maybe I'll try to find some sort of supplement that can help me with this. So overall, 265 is not an emergency, but definitely not the most optimal. I fix this, it will improve my energy, mood, brain function, and nerve health. So that is also something that I should work on. My TSH, which is a thyroid stimulating hormone, is 0.98. This is excellent. It is right in the optimal range. Functional optimal is 0.5 through 2.5. So I'm in a good range. What does this mean? It means that my thyroid is functioning well. My brain isn't having to scream at the thyroid or whisper at the thyroid. It suggests I have a good metabolism, balanced hormone, and steady energy. Suppose you can be the judge. Am I healthy? Am I unhealthy? There are definitely things that I can work on, but they are not that bad in my opinion. Know what your blood results are like, and we can compare. Overall, I think I'm okay. And I do think it is important that you do get your yearly checkup so that you can get your blood drawn and you can see the things that you need to work on. Because if you catch something right away, let's say that my cholesterol was even worse, well, I have the ability to make the changes necessary to fix that now, right? As a fat person, I feel like we are often too scared to focus on our health because we always assume it's going to be the worst thing ever. These things are just going to be awful. We're going to be unhealthy and we're going to die by 35. That's not necessarily the case, right? Of course, if you're not working out and you're not eating right, you're going to see it in your blood results. We saw it in my blood results. I could work out more, but I do work out so that it's not as bad as it could be, right? And I eat okay. And you can see that like a lot of things are good, but there are some things that could be better. So these are things that I can work on now that I know what I need to work on, right? But when people just assume all fat people just have terrible metabolisms, that we all have diabetes, that we all snore and have sleep apnea, that I can't walk a mile. I just walked 3 miles. I guess you can be the judge. Are all fat people unhealthy? I don't know. I would love to see what people who are in a normal BMI, what does yours look like? Are mine extremely higher than yours? I don't know. Tell me what you think down below. I'm not God. I do not know everything. I'm always willing to listen to other people's opinions, and everyone has different things that they are more knowledgeable in. Love like a doctor's opinion, someone who's a professional doctor. Will you look over my stats and tell me what you think? Are they just completely horrible and my doctors are lying to me and the research I did online is just incorrect? I don't know. Moral of the story, I think I'm doing pretty okay. I think I'm okay. I think there are things that I could be better at. Of course, there's always room for improvement. At the end of the day, I think I'm okay. But there's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Bye.